There's classics here as well, disco classics as well as, you know, there's the Melting Pot. It's one of the biggest hits on the dance floor today. And it was written, well, a little over 20 years ago.
The Vogue records are much more concerned with attitude. You know, you've got to have the drama, because the Voguers need to be able to get into the music, and it's got to change. There's got to be a lot of changes, a lot of drama, a lot of things happening, things going up and coming down and dropping out. And the house dancers, on the other hand, they just need that pump.
I can do this!
I started old-style voguing, which was very pop at the time. That was still in the days when people were doing electric boogie and stuff, so I was still popping, and very Tai Chi, very ninja-type voguing, which I was in at the time. I was in the House of Ninja.
Giving this a lot of footwork and arm movement.
Old-style was just very simple movement and very simple poses, whereas new style is usually more with the locking and with the waves and stuff like that.
They'll strike a pose and they'll hold it there.
At one time, you couldn't dip. They'd tell you specifically at a ball, the MC would tell you, don't lay down on the floor.
Bring it on down, Leo. Bring it on down, girl. Hop. In the old days, the old balls, you did most of your preparation at home. And when you came to the ball, you were like relegated to being in the background, waiting for your turn to walk. Whereas now, they make an outing out of it, a party. Then you were more or less in a competition, more like a Miss America, where you were a contestant waiting and there was an audience. And you had spent all these hours preparing your gowns, beading, sewing, putting together feathers and coming. And now you come prepared to walk many times to do many different categories.
Black, white, Chinese, Spanish. Some used to wear costumes, like Las Vegas showgirls. That's basically what balls were all about. The audience would be straight people. On stage would just be drag queens, and there were only 3 trophies, grand, first, and second. There was one time when a kid named Jay, she came in a bird cage, and Crystal came with wings. Now balls are geared towards modeling and voguing and things like that, but back then, everything was geared towards Hollywood. And as the Butch Queens started coming to balls in like the mid-70s, they started off during the era when Twiggy was a top model. They started having mod boy categories, and from the mod boy categories, they started adding more hairstyle and fades and all of this, and it all builds into what it is today. And today, it's more Butch Queens come to balls than drag queens. They have taken the balls over. And today's theme would be more or less like a model. Everybody's interested in looking like the models and walking like the models.
This is what you call Mardel's effect, whereas he's working with the music and he's letting the music work for him. And he's taking his time. And he's not bothered. That's the thing about it. He's very comfortable. He's like, I don't give a damn. I must commend him because he sells the garment. Basically, just like I said, selling the garment. Now, when the femme queens come up, it's still the same thing. Sell the garment, but as a woman.
Play it, Felicia and Lee. Libation, syndrome, libation, scandal, libation, power, libation, syndrome. Can I have O'Davia's scores, please?
They made a whole category on not so much what you wore, but how you moved. And from the magazine Vogue, they took the name Vogue, and it became how you did your own exaggerated performance of a runway model.
One. Vogue. Two. Vogue. Three. Vogue. You gotta move right. You do. Vogue. Four. Vogue. Five. Destroy. Six. Disassimilate. Seven. Give me what I want. Eight. Vogue.
V-E-R-N-E-double-F.
And then Vogue. That Vogue. Yeah. 1990. Now, judging. I said now, judge these three. Oh, sit down. May I have your score? Who did you want it to go to?
If there's anybody else walking the old way, follow right behind him. Can I have the scores for Brian, please? Cheers across the board. Thank you, Brian. Brian, you got all six. Thank you, Stanley.
That whole little dance community, we understand each other, and that makes us feel good. 10 years from now, there'll be another group of kids out there doing the same thing. They'll look back at what we did, and they'll call that old school. It's always going to be there, and that's just that.